Hi folks, it's the Hogtie Champ. Now one nice thing about having so few subscribers is that it's very liberating. I can say what I'm about to say without any worry that it will spark some ridiculous controversy in a flame war. I'm thinking of the whole was she asking for it thing and the Crackergate thing, oh yikes. And here's the thing, I'm pretty pissed off and Jordan Owen 42 hasn't made a video for a while, so I think I'm just going to steal his style for this one. And while I'm at it, I'm going to steal the image used by JMKLCAE, JSM, however the hell you might pronounce that, because he hasn't made a video for a long time, and that's a damn shame. He's one of the smartest YouTubers we've got. Actually, it might be his wife that's smart. He told me that she contributes heavily to their videos, but he never specified what he meant by heavily. Anyway, let's rap about false DMCAs, shall we? First, let me lay before you my axe to grind. Why do I have an opinion about false DMCAs? Is it because I'm an atheist? No. Being an atheist does not make you fight for free speech. It doesn't make you a communist or turn you gay or make you smart or give you a badge that empowers you to fight for the right to freedom of speech. Belief or non-belief has no bearing on a person's preference for fairness. I also note that we're not even fighting for free speech rights here. Can we get real, people? This website is run by YouTube LLC under the umbrella of Google Inc. They are corporations, not governments. We have no right to freedom of speech established by any sort of constitution. By virtue of the fact that we each have a channel on YouTube, we have the freedom to talk about whatever YouTube lets us talk about. So what is my axe to grind? My burden to shoulder? What gets my goat? What burns my buns? I want to reduce the amount of censorship by fraud on YouTube, just like everybody else here. Now, I coined the term censorship by fraud to include both false flagging and fraudulent DMCA claims. Now, here's the thing. I used to make videos. I put a lot of work into them, and I like to think they were getting pretty good after some practice. In particular, I put a lot of work into the PedoTube series, where I revealed the basic strategy used by fetishistic pedophiles on YouTube. This is awful, but get this. These guys deceive younger users into making fetish clips. Then they copy the clips and swap them on pedophilia websites on the internet. It's sick, and I was proud to be part of a worthwhile effort to put a stop to it, at least put a stop to YouTube's part in it. I mean, this stuff's always going to go on, but we tried to make the YouTube community a little bit better. But as you might have heard, the PedoTube series was false flagged by a single pedophile who's living in the UK. He sent me PMs bragging about how many sock accounts he used to do this. As each video went down, he would gloat even more. Now, ultimately, it was a video of my cats chasing a laser pointer that got me my last strike, earning me a 6-month suspension from YouTube. 6-month suspension. And hey, where were you when that happened? Hats off to Vogter, the only atheist or Christian YouTuber who did a shout out for this worthy cause. I'd written to several atheists and Christians asking for support, but you see, if you're in this part of YouTube, you damn well better be talking about Christianity or about atheism or about how the other one is stupid. Unfortunately, Vogter's channel was closed the day after he put up the only shout out that was there. It was closed the day right after that because his channel had been under a flagging attack by a Christian who was offended by words from Vogter's mouth. Yay, free speech. Anyway, during the suspension, I created a new channel, one that got a Christian very upset, and in came the flood of false DMCA claims. Kerflush went that channel. I'm now on my 5th YouTube channel. If you haven't heard of me, it's because I don't make videos anymore. Think about it. Why would I? It's too easy for one troll to wipe out any video or even a whole channel. Only the big channels have a hope of getting some help. So fuck it, what's the point? Now, I will say that YouTube has taken our concerns about false flagging seriously. They tried to do something about it. It's now more difficult to false flag a video away. YouTube still removes videos if there's anything even remotely offensive in them. There's still some gray area stuff taken off, but I doubt that my kitty cat videos would be removed today. So now the silver bullet seems to be DMCA claims. The DMCA claim is guaranteed to disable a video because YouTube seeks the safe harbor from lawsuits. They get this safe harbor from being sued only if they yank the video right away. So the trolls now prefer DMCA claims. Now, I've read the Act very carefully, and I've tried a few different ways to counter DMCA claims. In doing this, I've provided help to small channels when I believe that the DMCA claims are unjustified or outright forgeries. So that's my axe to grind. I'm not trying to give atheists a voice or fight to the death for the freedom of speech for Christians. Geez, GEERUP, can you be any more dramatic? I just want to remove the power from the trolls who vandalize our channels. Okay, so let's look at what happened this past week. To my knowledge, there were 8 channels receiving multiple DMCA claims using forged identities. 5 of those channels were in our little Christians versus atheists bubble. There were others outside of our bubble. You probably didn't hear about Big Al, for example, getting suspended because Big Al talks about video games or something. I don't know. I don't really watch his stuff. People like you and me only watch stuff in our little bubble on YouTube. Now, of the 5 in our bubble, all 5 were Christian channels this week, no atheists. 4 of these claims came from some variant of the name of the original Venom Fang X. The other claim was in the name of Ravi Zacharias against the Atheist Antidote, so it might be unrelated, but the timing is certainly suspicious. I won't say the names of the affected channels, except that there's already been ample public discussion of their DMCA claims. For example, GEERUP has made a video showing the claimant's name, so I feel it's okay to discuss his situation, even though he and I have not discussed it at all. Now first, the Atheist Antidote, and then GEERUP, then a small Christian channel 2 days later, then 2 more small channels that evening. That's 5 channels within 4 or 5 days. Now, I've sent my offer of help to the Atheist Antidote, to GEERUP, and to one of the other affected Christian channels. The other 2 Christian channel owners had contacted me based on comments I had posted to videos discussing the earlier false DMCAs. So today I submitted 2 counter notices to the Copyright Office at YouTube. I don't know how the other 3 channels have chosen to proceed. That's up to them. Now be aware that I'm not using the standard DMCA counterclaim form, the DMCA counter notice form for their cases, because there's a better way to handle claims where the claimant appears to have been forged, or the claimant appears to have forged his identity. I've tried it before and it works. Strikes are removed, videos go back up the same day instead of the 2-week waiting period. And the information you provide does not go to the claimant. Now more on that later. Now while preparing this video, I had great joy in watching Noel Plum 99's video on the topic. It's really excellent. Now to be fair, I've seen many other videos containing the words, "Fuck you, GEERUP," but Noel Plum 99 gave the best explanation for why we might feel this way. So now to explain, and I apologize for going back to it, but let me go back to PedoTube for a moment. See, when my channel was under attack, I wrote to a few Christians for support, mirroring, shoutouts, whatever. I had figured that if Nephilim Free, for example, did a shout-out, that it might get a few uptight Christians to write some uptight letters to YouTube. I thought maybe that would help. I don't know. But anyway, when I did this, do you think that I opened a new PM window and typed, "Dear Venom Fang X, you little cocksucker, so you say you're Canadian, eh? Well, if you're a real fucking Canadian, then you will help me with my problem." Or maybe you think I opened a PM window and typed, "Dear Nephilim Free, people think you're a pedophile. If you're not really a pedophile, then you will help me with my problem, Baldy." Now, of course, I didn't do that. I wouldn't even, how would it have even entered my brain to do something like that? I would just, you don't ask people for help that way. Doesn't even occur to me. Now, is it because I'm not a Christian? No, it's because I'm not an asshole. Now you, Brock and GEERUP, you guys couldn't even think of a polite way to ask for help because you are assholes.